unconscious mind. Sigmund Freud describes the unconscious mind as our thoughts, emotions, memories, desires, motivations that lie outside of our awareness, yet they have a significant effect on our daily lives because that is what causes our inner conflicts, our fears, our lack of self-esteem. As Carl Jung said, 95% of the people are unconscious 95% of the time. That's how sinister our unconscious mind can be if we allow it. So how do we stop it from leading us into this cycle of negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative reactions, which we all experience far too often and causes us so much misery at times? When we practice presence in a contemplative way through stillness with intention, we create a spiritual foundation that we have access to throughout the day. And that is because God's spiritual being never leaves the present moment. We do. That's why it's not just relief, it is cure. It's the calm, peace, sense of union we experience through stillness that keeps us coming back. Authentic life comes through that calm, peace, and sense of union we experience. That is our clear before and after. It builds an inner knowing that God's peace and love is available to each of us always. That is what stops our fear and transforms our pain. We also talk about fear in the first chapter, and fear comes in many forms. Fear of losing something, fear of being hurt, fear of being diminished, fear of not being good enough. But all fear at the core is fear of death. Fear comes into our life when we are in an unconscious state, and fear is always in the future. It's a mind-made fiction that we create. We worry about something that may happen, not something that's happening now. We cannot face something that's not real now. On the other hand, we can face anything in the present moment because we do not create fear in the present moment. Our fears, especially fear of death, starts to diminish as we experience a taste of the eternal within ourselves. All encounters of unconditional love, given or received at the core, come through stillness. That is what always brings us through our fears. Thank you.